Well, everyone, it's time for us to go and take a look at the iPhone 13 mini and compare it against the iPhone SE 3 in 2023 and see which specific one is a better one for you. Now, in my opinion, times 30,000, the iPhone 13 mini is a way better phone than the iPhone SE 3. But the thing I will tell you about the iPhone SE 3 is that it just really isn't that great of a phone in the brand new market. If you want to buy it in the used market, it is substantially cheaper, and that might make a little bit more sense. But probably for everyone, the 13 mini is probably the one I would recommend a majority of people to buy. If you want to pick it up, links are down in the description. You can get them from there. You can help support the channel at the same time. Now, starting off with the outside of both these phones, the iPhone 13 mini, which came out in 2021, has a 5.4-inch Super Retina XDR OLED display. And it's a pretty good panel. I've liked this panel pretty much since day one. And it's a smaller phone, so some people may prefer that. Currently, it is selling for $599. So not the most amount of money in the world, but it's a decent price. And like I said, for one, I'm a big fan of the 13 mini, and it's a very, very decent phone at that. With the iPhone SE 3, which came out in 2022, a few months after the iPhone 13 mini, you were getting this older style 4.7-inch Retina IPS panel. So this is definitely an older style phone, an older style panel at that, and definitely is not the best looking device of all time either. You're getting Touch ID on the front. It's not an ugly phone, but definitely not as good looking as the 13 mini. Lightning ports at the bottom, kind of a curved side on the SE 3, flat side on the 13 mini, glass on the back of both these, dual camera setup on the 13 mini, single camera on the iPhone SE 3. You are maintaining wireless charging on both and IP certification on both, which is nice, but you are getting that MagSafe capability on the 13 mini, which is kind of nice. With the iPhone SE 3, you do not have any MagSafe capability, so kind of keep that in mind in the back of your head as well. But overall on the outside, I definitely would say between both, they both get thumbs up from me. You know, they're both very solid. There's not a lot to complain about here, but I definitely would say a phone like the 13 mini is by far the better one here for sure. From the camera department, the iPhone 13 mini also wins here. Dual 12 megapixel sensors on the iPhone 13 mini, wide and ultra wide cameras. The iPhone SE 3, just a single 12 megapixel wide angle lens. You're getting 4K at 60 on the back, but you're getting 4K at 60 on the front of the 13 mini. We're only getting 1080p, at 60 or 120 on the iPhone SE 3. I, definitely say the SE 3's camera is not horrible or anything, but you are definitely getting a way better camera on the iPhone 13 mini. The photos and videos are going to look better, and having that additional 0.5x lens where you can just go ahead and zoom out a lot is a very cool feature, and I love that on my iPhone 13 mini as well. So keep that in mind, but that, for one, I'm a big fan of the 13 mini, and it's a much better phone from that perspective than the iPhone SE 3, if I'm being honest. Now, another big thing is software longevity. Between both, the 13 mini is probably going to last as long as the iPhone SE 3. They both have the same, chipset inside and the same amount of RAM. So you're really not going to be getting a big, massive change or difference between both. Like, you're actually going to be getting probably around the same type of software longevity between them. So, like I said, I don't think one is going to last exponentially longer than the other one. And you're basically going to be getting the same type of experience on both in terms of software, and probably not software features, but software longevity is definitely probably going to be roughly around the same. In terms of performance, they both have that Apple A15 Bionic chip inside, and they both have 4 gigabytes of RAM. Now, you might hear those numbers and immediately think that the performance is going to be exactly the same. Not quite the case. The thing with the iPhone 13 mini is that because it does have that gesture-based design, things perform and feel so much smoother and faster on that device than on the iPhone SE 3. So take that as you will, but that is a very, very important thing, because even a phone like an iPhone 11 can feel faster than the iPhone SE 3. But once you're loaded into a game and the game's loading and everything, I'm sure they're going to be the same performance. Actually, the SE 3 might be faster because it's a low resolution display and it has less pixels to push. But I would probably err on the side of the 13 mini probably being the faster one more times than not, in my opinion. Battery life wise, I kind of do feel like the battery life on both these isn't necessarily the best, but you are getting a bigger size battery on 13 mini, so you might be getting a little bit of an advantage on the iPhone 13 mini as far as I can tell, but they're kind of roughly around the same when it comes down to it. So to kind of sum it up, what I'll definitely tell you is the iPhone 13 mini, I think, is probably the better phone, like I mentioned, and especially in the used market, if you can swing one in the used market for cheap, you could probably get it even cheaper or the same price as the iPhone SE 3. Even the same prices as they are now in the brand new market, it's still a better deal, and I would probably recommend just going for the 13 mini rather than going for the iPhone SE 3, in my opinion. So that kind of covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that will mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.